Good morning, Soul Family. Happy Monday. I am making Eddie some treats today. There are only 3 ingredients, very easy. When I'm done, I will post the recipe on my community page, and you'll be able to see the cookie there and the recipe. Hang on. Okay, blended up my little mixture. Oh boy, this is like the third video I've made because my concoction decided to be interesting today, to say the least. Okay, I have got a cup of these steel cut oats for the recipe. I got canned pumpkin, or you can use a half of a large sweet potato. And you know what? They both taste good. They both taste the same. Eddie likes both. And just regular peanut butter, okay? I do about a couple of tablespoons of peanut butter and a couple of tablespoons of the canned pumpkin. Okay, and then I've got my, parchment paper over here. So bear with me. I'm gonna pull you closer so you can see my mixture, hopefully. Since it didn't cooperate initially, it decided to be funky. And I love these treats because they are natural. They don't have the preservatives that most treats do on the market, because they're on the market, they're at the store, and the shelf life has to be, so they add all this extra stuff, you know, to preserve the life of the food for your doggy. And you want good love, get yourself a dog. I keep saying that. Eddie has been the best friend I could ever have. We adopted him in 2015 when I was a yard duty at school. My friend came to school with him and her sons, 2 sons, and she had Eddie with her. And her sons were friends with this other little boy whom Eddie belonged to. And when I saw Eddie, he fit in the length of my arm. He was that small. Anyway, here's our stuff. Let's see how it goes. And you can use a rolling pin, but you don't have to, which I think is great. You just press it between the parchment paper like so. Anyhow, when she brought him to school, I thought I fell in love with him. And I said, "Oh my God, cute dog." And she goes, "Yeah, you want him?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, this belongs to my friend, and they can't keep him, and he's going to need a home." And no doubts whatsoever, I just promptly said yes. Okay, so I've got little doggy bone, what do you call a cookie cutter, and I'm going to use the medium size. Since these are perishable, I don't want to make them too small, because if you do, he's not going to eat them as quickly. And, you know, I do keep these on the counter. I don't have to keep them in the fridge, but look at how cute that is. And I've got my oven set at 400 over here. And I bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes. And there you go. Good treats for Eddie. It's the least I can do for Eddie for what he's done for me. When I got divorced, I didn't run off and get into another relationship. Physical, you know, like a human one. I got into a relationship with an animal, and I would never look back. Not in a million years. You want unconditional love? Get yourself a dog. Eddie doesn't complain. Eddie doesn't demand. And Eddie loves me all the time. He's there always when I need him. Okay, so we just do this back over like this. Okay. Go ahead and mush it out. Like I said, a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and 2 tablespoons of canned pumpkin, or half of a good-sized sweet potato. Blend it. If you need to add any liquid, a little water, it's fine. Get your cookie cutter in there. And look at that. Oh my God. And they smell good too. And you know what, you guys? You could eat these. I wouldn't feed Eddie. No, in the past I had a golden retriever, and cancer is the #1 killer of large dogs, especially Goldens. That golden retriever is a breed that is way overbred. It's very sad. They are the most gorgeous, gorgeous, lovable goofballs. As Cesar Millan says, the goofiest goofball. Yep. Keeper was... I loved that dog. We loved that dog. Keeper was the 3rd golden that we ever had. And he was the only golden, I'm going to tell you guys, that I bought. Because you can't find really, very rarely, maybe now you can, but very rarely can you find here in the States an abandoned golden retriever. It just doesn't happen. I mean, the atrocities that I see on YouTube for these other countries that overbreed Goldens and use them to prance in front of the camera and carry their belongings, and, you know, that look good on Christmas cards, then, you know, it's very sad. But when they've outgrown their opportunity for their people, they leave them on the streets. And you know me. So, again, if you are on a healing journey, if you are building your heart, I should say opening your heart and gaining compassion for your animal friends, then welcome to my channel. Okay, I am on a healing journey, and guess what? I'm going to be on this healing journey for the rest of my life, and it is beautiful. As I said, I didn't jump right into another relationship when I got divorced. Please excuse the TV in the back. I have a bird channel on, and I think they're finally gaining opportunity for AdSense, because they are getting advertisements on now in the middle of their videos, and I'm not used to that. Usually the birds will play, but this is really sad for me when I'm trying to do a video for you guys and you have to hear that. But anyway, I got Eddie in my life. That's where my attention went. I was a yard duty. I had to take care of my 2 kids, and I had to take care of my 5 cats and my 2 dogs, my golden retriever, Keeper, and my little Eddie. And yeah, let me know if you guys want to know. You know, that's what my channel is about, how you are navigating your life when you start healing. You start a path of healing from life's boom bees. You know, you're having to reinvent yourself after a tragedy. You know, it's a tragedy at the time, but guess what? It's what comes of that tragedy that is what's important. And what I have gained from what I went through is what my channel is about. How to stand on your own 2 feet when life gives you a boomby. You know, when you go through something horrific, you either learn, you know, grow from it, or you fall apart. And falling apart is not going to help you or anyone you're involved with. I'm just going to tell you that. So that's what this channel is about. My life is not fancy. I don't own a home. I don't own a car. But I do have my dignity. My faith. Is the word exponential? It has grown tenfold since my divorce, since this happened for me, since my divine team saved me and my children. Last night I dreamed about the angelic realm. And I kept hearing, it's the magic between being asleep and being awake. What matters is what's happening right now between the past and the future. So when I listen to birds, which is what I primarily do, I'm able to be present, therefore, or I should say thereby being grounded. I need a longer spoon. You know, that's the main thing. Because chasing after third dimensional stuff, looking outside of yourself, chasing the pot of gold on the earth through people, places, and things, guess what? You're always going to be disappointed. So I got my animals and I got my children, and I got lucky because my children have stayed with me. My son just moved out last July. It'll be a year in July. Moved out with his girlfriend. He's not far away. And my daughter and I still live together. So that's what matters. Keeping your dignity and learning from your situations, learning from your boomby, so you can spread the word to others. So if you're here joining my channel to see, how I'm making it, you know, money hand over fist, how I turned my life around after my divorce, in that regard, that's not how I'm doing it. I'm learning how to like myself. I'm learning how to be comfortable in my own skin. And that is worth all the money in the world to me. Unconditional love from my kids and my animals. And as you guys have seen, my old cat Harry is the last of the 5 cats we had. Animals that are with you through life's boombies go through it too. Trust me on that. They hurt because they carry your pain. They weather the storm with you. And the angelic realm, last night that I was dreaming about, both of my kids were with me. And I was with Michael Jackson and his children. And what was I hearing? I woke up hearing that song that he and his brothers sang that they made popular in the 80s. Oh gosh, I can't think of it now, but it's been in my head all morning and now it's left me. But, so yeah, I am abundant in my dignity and the love I have from my animals and my children. And living each day by painting, by trying to be as quiet as I can be, and healing with my divine team, because they're helping me in that way. That's what this channel is about. That's how I am being my own force of nature. Okay, so these are going to go in the oven at 400. Let's see, I have some room to put a little more. 400 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Man, this is so easy. This is so great. And they don't have to be in the refrigerator. They can stay on the counter. Eddie gets a treat when he comes back from his walk with me. Bless his heart. He's done. It has made a difference in our walks together, because he can't see very well. That's Harry over there. You might hear him meow in a bit, because he lets his presence be known long and loud. Yep. See? Okay, I might be able to get one more. You know what? I have got the smaller doggy bone. I'll show you all that one. The little smaller one. I can make one. Yes, Harry. Two. Oh, you can hear the blue jays. I get peanuts. And I feed my blue jays. Ooh, okay, that kind of got mushed a little on the edge, but ooh, little doggy bone there. Okay. And so what I'm going to do with the leftovers is just make a couple of little doohickeys. Hi, Harry. I'm going to do a little roll. Okay, just a little roll. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, 400, 10 to 12 minutes. And I will post on my community page so you guys, and I will put the recipe so you guys can see how they come out. Okay, there's no preservatives. It's just dried steel cut oats, pumpkin, and peanut butter. 400 degrees, 10 to 12 minutes in the oven, depending on how hot your oven is. You know, you want to watch them. My little doggy bone cookie cutters. Okay, so let's see if I can show you guys my doggy bone. Yay! Okay, so let's see, 36 to 46, 47, 48. Okay, 10:48. Okay, whoop. Sorry about that. So, you guys, what matters is presently. What are you doing in the present? How are you keeping yourself grounded? How are you shining your light? How are you helping others? Not running around, meeting your needs outside of you, correct? I'll put you right here so I can talk to you. This is an onion. You know how you have, this is part of my life. This is part of my abundance. This is part of my growth. This is how I spend my days. I'm going to show you guys very simple things. An onion that started to sprout. If you put potatoes, if you store your potatoes next to your onions and garlic, they all start to sprout. So you got to keep them. You could kind of keep your onions and garlic together. That's not a big deal, I don't think. At least not for me. But potatoes separately. As you guys could see, I've got my potatoes in the backyard. And so far, nothing's happened there yet. But Anyhow, this is an onion that started to sprout. And now when I need chives or scallion, I just snip. I think a window with herbs is a lovely idea. But yeah, remember who you are. You know, stand in your power. Your divine team is always with you. When you keep your vibration high and you try to be as positive as you possibly can, and the way to do that is through gratitude. That's what has helped me start to get a little down. I start being grateful. I start looking on my Pinterest boards at the beautiful things. I hug Eddie. I take Eddie for a walk. I eat right. I keep my health intact. I don't eat other than plant-based. I mean, this still works for me. I'm a plant-based gal. And I do a lot of reading, high vibrational, you know, good things. Once in a while, it's fun to read a scary mystery. I am mindful. I try to be, at least for what I watch on TV. Birds are on more than most of the time. However, I do have a penchant for the paranormal, so I watch a lot of stuff like that, because paranormal is the other side, simply put. I watch that. And I'm into my oils, my Young Living oils. And that's another thing that keeps me grounded and focused, is keeping oils. They are natural. This oil, every bit of the plant is used to make the oil. There's nothing extra added. And so there is a link on my page that you can click on, and that will take you right to Young Living. Those are the blue jays in the front, so I'm going to go check on them. I'm going at 22:15. I'm going to let you all go, and I'm going to wish you a wonderful day, and thank you for being here. Ask you to please like the channel. Like the channel. And please subscribe. It would really help me out a lot. It will get me out there in YouTube's algorithm so more people will see me. If you want to share this video, great. I would appreciate that. You know, tell your friends, and I will be back soon with another video to talk about my healing journey. So yeah, if you're on one and your heart's opening to compassion for animals and for your fellow man and loving yourself, because when you love yourself first, that's going to raise your vibration as well. You guys, I love you all. Have a wonderful day today. It's Monday. I will be back sooner than later, and I wish you peace and love, surrounded by the brightest white light. Thanks for being here. And I will post, look for a description there of these doggy bones, a picture and the recipe. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Bye.